I've been busy, and I've been feeling good. I've been feeling it. Other stuff I'm bringing up here for those people that have not done this before. It's more fun to join me live rather than trying to watch this later. It gets kind of boring. So I'm going to try to bring it up on the other phone here so I can see comments. And kind of the whole idea here is that we can interact. So please, let's do that. Bring up chat. And that way, if somebody has a question, they can put it in the chat, and I will try to answer it live and in real time, which is kind of the whole point. Uh, so quick update. Hey, Dennis. Yeah, I've been busy. Sorry, guys. Mike, are you still on vacation? Because I did send you a box. Ron Colley saw. Yeah, I know. We got a creamsicle today. I was already working on a husky earlier, but I didn't get very far with it. Steelman. So it's just kind of. I have been doing stuff, but I haven't been, you know, feeling it. You know what I mean? Still haven't gotten very far with the 288 top covers. Hoping to sell some more, and then eventually I'll get on to the 266 top covers if I ever get there. I gotta get some ambition and whatnot getting there. You're not on vacation. The parts are done. I needed that head blasted. That's got to get cleaned up, and then um, what was it? The clutch cover needed to be ground down a bit and powdered black, hopefully, because I'm doing another black saw. See a very it's a 26. I think it's an 026 Pro. It's I think 260 Pro. Well, anyway, somebody stuck a 200. No, we got a 200T cover in here. Nice. Well, that's cool. Well, um, that's worth something. Dirty, but it's complete. Cool. So I got this box for nothing. Um, my cousin happened to have it, and it was sitting around, and so he just handed it to me and said, "See what you can do with it." Okay. So yeah, you did it orange. Yeah, but I did. I thought you were on vacation. And Nikki Walsh, what's going on? Yeah, I'm. The gas shocks thing is interesting. That's been a bit of an adventure to figure that out, and I don't have the time. I don't have the time to screw around with any of this stuff. I really don't have the time to be screwing around with this, but here we are. So this is just a saw in a box. I don't know. I really don't know what's. Somebody put a dime in here too. I don't know what's going on with this, so I figure what we'll start from scratch here. That looks like a brand new seal that somebody put in there. This doesn't feel right. Okay. Should I just take the oiler off? I guess. I don't know. Break it out. Yeah, just it's gonna get broken down. I gotta. But I want to kind of see. Yeah, somebody put a new seal in there. This is getting the full teardown. What the devil's that? Is this a good head? Is the question. It looks like a good head, but if I had to guess whether or not that's OEM, I'd say probably not. Because I don't see any steel markings on it. Based on the casting, I'd say definitely not. So somebody was going to try to put this back together, and there's seal kits here, some aftermarket seal kits. No way. Look what's in here. It says Snap-on. A 1/4-inch Snap-on wrench. And a dime. What's that worth? Not. I don't think it's an extension. It's just a 1/4-inch Matco. All right, so lawnmower filter. I'm gonna find here and Chuck. Thank you. I don't need that. Goodbye. I think the thing to do is just split this case. Yeah. It looks like we got a dome piston and somebody put it backwards. And this crank feels like it's bad. Maybe not, but it's stiff feeling. All right, let me pull it apart. Yeah, what's this like? This looks like vintage Snap-on. USA. What's this thing worth, huh? Oh, John, you ordered from HL Supply. Nice. That's good. Doesn't support me at all, but thank you. It's okay. It's all right. It's fine. Actually, it looks like a highway head. That's what it looks like to me. And it's got a decomp, so that's nice. I can work with it, I think. I don't know. I just break it down, right? Just tear the whole damn thing down. Okay, let's do that. This has to go out. Lord knows what's missing. I'll just throw a lot of that stuff in the ultrasonic bag of fat. Right, I got a 200 things I didn't expect. A 200T rewind, a Snap-on little 1/4-inch wrench, which now I don't even know where to put it, which is probably worth more than the whole damn saw. Hang on, I'll put a little bit of oil in here, 2-cycle oil. a lot. Whatever. That's cute. I don't know exactly what the story was with the saw. I really don't. I think somebody was trying to do something with this, but I really have no idea what they were going for. So looks all right. Let's pull the oiler here. Yeah, I did supply HL with those. I don't know how many they have left. They were just there, you know. It was. This is more of I supplied them kind of as a trial run, just to see how many would sell. I don't know. Hopefully they sell a lot, and then I can sell through them as well as on my website. And because I have them on eBay right now, which is actually like the least profitable. And I am glad that nobody actually ran this. They might have tried, but there. So I'm going to have to guess that a new oiler pinion is going to be in order, and I probably this oiler's stiff, so I got to pull that apart too. Tank buff first part limit. Gain for all news. MS27 resell myself. Yeah, or toss it. Some of these are worth it, and some of them aren't. Often the ones that are not the pro models are just not worth putting them back together. But up to you, man. Okay, so we need oil, hose, oiler, pinion. Yeah. Speaking of monkeyed up, or somebody put that seal in there a little too deep. And it's all puckered. New bearings and seals, you know. OEM fuel line and filter. That could be good. So here's the thing: when you start adding this stuff up, everybody know, you start adding this stuff up, it gets really, really expensive to do these saws. So what Steelman was saying here is, you know, you got to get these saws for cheap. He's right. You got to, you know, or preferably free, and even then you have to question what. Well, that's a good idea. Yeah, a lot of this has got to go in the ultrasonic later. This I have to take apart. And I'm going to figure out how to split this. I don't do a lot of 026s, mainly for this size saw. I'm going to concentrate on like 350s, 346s. Not that these aren't good saws. It's just I find an easier time with the 346s. And easier getting parts and this and that and whatever, what have you. Alright, just that. There's two more in there, but alright, I gotta pull the piston off. So these pliers I've ground tiny little half moons into to grab clips. And these circlips are aftermarket garbage, so you don't always have to do everything there, but okay. Pin bearing. This may or may not be good. I don't know. Here's the old one. You know what? This new is aftermarket pin bearing junk. I'm just gonna not even bother with that because I don't want to have any trouble. Yeah, something's wrong here, so now we need to split it. The problem with these is that it's really hard to get the case splitter in here. I don't know if I can, because these are so small. Sometimes you can if you just take these and bend them. Sometimes you got to bend them out for certain things, and you got to bend them in for others. Boing. So let's see if bending them. Yeah. That's not perfection, but that might actually work. Right now it's running into the other, basically the larger diameter crank lobe. So we have this crank lobe which is smaller, this one which is bigger, and it's running into that. But can I push it anyway? Maybe not. Damn it. So it's hitting right here and there, and I wonder if I can just grind on it. You know, you make tools to what you need them for, you know? Don't feel bashful about grinding on something. I definitely don't. Might work, it might not. Definitely better. There. Check that out. How many case bolts did I remove? 5. It's a good point. Let's see. Am I short by 1? Nope, not short by 1. I got him. Ha! So now I have to get to the other here, which may be easier said than done. Bunch of Durco on a gasket. It really looks like somebody didn't know what they were doing here. Yeah, it's Durco. Pins here, pins here. Oh, those are fine. Yeah, somebody heated this up good, this bearing, and it is go bird. So let's see if I can get this one out here. Yep, that fits in there perfectly. Right now I'm not feeling it on this crank. It says 1121, but I don't see steel on here. So this is definitely a spot where I would get an OEM crank. Yeah, oil line's fine. Really looks like a KSAF probably be a good candidate to send to Mike. What do you think, Mike? You want to do this one? Of course you do. The oil line was good right up until I figured it. This is hard. It's hard. So let's get new oil line. Maybe some OEM circlips. Could probably use the piston. I'll have Shetley machine that. But cavers would be nice. Forget what size these pistons are. It's like 44.7? 44. I think it's a 44 millimeter. These are 1.5 cavers. Yeah. 44 millimeter. For the later Pro models. This one is only 44. At least the piston only measures 44. Measure the head, maybe? 44. Basically right on the money, 44. So that will take a 44 millimeter piston, which will be slightly undersized. Yeah, it's what we got here to work with. So maybe if I can find a better head. Problem is, you know, by the time you're done with a head, a new 44.7 head is what? 180 bucks, 200 bucks. So there's 200 bucks right there in a head. Plus you need to find a crank, bearings, seals, powder. Starts to get kind of silly, you know what I mean? Hey, Bob. The parts list would cost double. Yeah, I mean that's the problem with these. You know, so what do you do with it? I don't know. I'll talk to Mike. Hey, Andy. Happy New Year. The thing is, you can build it up relatively inexpensive, but if you're doing a full teardown like this, why would you do that? You know. All right, let's put this away. All right, should we pull the bearings out of here? You guys want me to do that? Seal out. This seal might actually be fine. That's the dumb thing about these seals. I can just tap this from this side without hurting anything. Ah. And this is one of those little bearings. It's pricey to powder coat, sure, yeah. It's not, it's not without expense anyway. There's every time you do something, it's an added expense. So if I was to sell this after having it worked on, it's going to be north of $500, even though it was free. By the time you're done with all this other stuff, yeah. So what's cool about these is that, well, you might actually be able to use a 346 XP bearing here if you had to. But if you want to see how to pull that bearing cold, we can do that. Tap those back together, and we'll do is just pull them right in. Just need some 1/2-inch threaded rod and a good assortment of washers. Same diameter as the outer race. And all you're going to do is it's going to pull, basically. Hold it on one side, hold it on the other. And your bearings in. Done. You can do it with heat if you want, but not much point. Yeah. Good place for bearing. And let's see. Yeah, this one is, so you may not be able to use a 346 XP bearing because this is a tight fit. But maybe. Maybe. Let's see. Sometimes I let them sitting around. Darn it. That's crappy. All right, well, it won't matter. I'll save that for later. And then this one we need somehow to pull it in carefully. So I need a sleeve of some kind. actually grabs the bearing and pulls it, as opposed to wrecking the sealing surface here. Fit. So you could potentially just tap it in. I don't like hitting things with hammers. You guys know that. Don't like hitting things with hammers. What would act as a proper sleeve there? Might just be easier just to do it with heat. And tap it in. This one's easier to do with heat. Sticky, but that's fine. Okay. So this can go to Glock to be powdered. So you can just hit it, but it's easier if you heat it. Let's heat it. Hey Tom, Josh Baker. Case is already split. Just want to get the last bearing out here. And somewhere around 300 degrees Fahrenheit's good. Check it with the heat gun if you like. Not going to the moon today, so. So now these go to Mike. Voila. All right. What a job. So I'll need a bunch of parts in order to put this back together. So maybe I'll go down to the steel dealership and order up some parts. And see where that takes us. $1 million later, I'll have a saw. Great. So, that's good for the day. There's nothing really else exciting going on around here. I've got been doing a little bit of welding. Did some magnesium, some aluminum. Fixed the nail gun. I didn't show you guys because I wasn't confident. I was just like, is this gonna work? Is this not? Oh, it worked. So, actually, I can show you. I got a 288 case over here that I just welded up. So it looks kind of blobby, but grind that back and be nice and strong comparatively to where it was, which is a 0. This case was a throwaway, but now weld up a few spots and now it'll be solid. 288 case. Josh, yeah, I think everything's going to get replaced here. Not for sure, but this would probably be best with a brand new head. Needs a new carb. That's on the list. Brand new aluminum carburetor would be nice. And Lord knows what else is missing. I don't know. Really don't know what it's missing. So I'll start putting it back together and see what happens. Essentially, yeah, they're all expensive projects. I haven't had a cheap project yet, not one. It's why I get a little indignant online with these guys. Oh, I got the saw. Yeah, it's great. Congratulations. You have no idea what you're doing. Just figure on writing checks. Start that process and get used to it. Yeah, I'll use an OEM card, which is another 60, 70, $80, whatever. You bought a saw for 250. Congratulations. Bob, you're killing me. It won't run? Oh good. So then it's gonna come to me, and then I'm gonna charge you 750 to get it running. If you own top end USB, yeah, it's 200. Yeah, it's $200 for just the top end on this darn thing. Plus, I gotta find a crank, because that crank is shot. Plus bearings and seals, carburetor. Lord knows what else. I don't know what else. I need a rim sprocket. Why does it cost so much? All this stuff it costs a lot of money. That and I don't got the time. I don't got it these days. And it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I charge. I'm not getting my time back. It's just not happening. Which is why I'm not doing much of this. These are a few projects here that are in the basement. I'm going to try to get them out and get them going. Find a used crank. Yeah. I'll try. I will. I'll try. Um, and see what happens there. Anyway, questions or comments or anything else, guys? I'm gonna probably sign off for the day, and I do have. All right, I'm just so everybody knows I'm out of crank tools. They're on order, and I hope to have them end of the month. That's my hope, but I don't have any guarantees on that. That's just me personally estimating. Uh, I do have another interesting piece of machine work that's coming, having to do with the John Searle 2095, and I'll go over that when we get to that point. You got it, Glenn. See, Glenn's got it, and that's the thing, Glenn. If I'm not having fun, I'm not hanging out. And it's a kick to hang out with you guys. It really is. That's the reason that I do it is that we get a little bit of interaction here, and hopefully I can answer some questions, and you can make fun of me, and we have a good time. And that's a kick for me. But when I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it, and that's just my reality. So haven't been feeling good last 2 weeks. Last however many months we've been working on the house, and just about every free second that I get I'm working on the house or trying to chill out, which means that saws kind of go by the wayside. Yeah, the 2095 is quite the saw, but you can't get parts. You can't get parts. There's frankly there's no point in running it. I can't get a case gasket for it. They don't exist. So I can't split the thing and put new bearings in it because they're unobtainium to get case gaskets. And if you had to, okay, fine, you can make your own, but jeepers creepers, and plenty of other stuff on the saw is also unobtainable. You can, but they're complex. It's not easy. It's just not an easy piece to replicate. Hey, Mega. Dan, 2094, 2095 still doesn't matter. They're very, very difficult to get parts for. You're better off running a 394 or 395 by a lot. Put your 2095 on a shelf. There's no, go get a 394, rebuild it, have a saw that runs, you can maintain. Yep, that's where it is, Bob. That's for sure. So yeah, so I think I'll call it. And thanks everybody for hanging out. I do appreciate it. How many people we got? I didn't even see. 13 people. Fantastic. Appreciate everybody. I know I haven't been online lately, but you know, when I got something to show you guys, I'll show you and I'll hang out. And I do appreciate everybody. Check out the website, mattschainsawparts.com. I've got my 288 top covers there. I'll work on getting some more products there one of these days. Eventually, the crank tools will go on there too. So, anyway, thanks much. And we will see you guys some other time. And Bob, shoot me a text or something, okay? I'll talk to you later. Thanks, everybody.